Today's selection is Beating Gay is Free by Daniel Wheeler. Like, the link to the video will be the description below. Go in second match. So let's into this selection in 3, 2, 1.
So I was kind of the other day, and I thought to myself, well,
Yeah.
being gay is so weird. And I even texted my friends, and I was
Yeah.
like, what do you guys think about it? And they were like, yeah, you've got a point here, but it can be that they didn't care, but I care a lot since I've been gay
I care
myself
less.
since
Yeah.
basically since I can remember. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to elaborate on that topic on here. I noted down some things, and yeah, if you're interested, please keep on watching and let's dive deep into it.
Yeah.
So, the first thing is that you discover yourself really late in life. So, for
Yeah.
example, for me, it wasn't quite the case because I
Yeah.
knew that I was gay when I was like 6 or something, and I know most people like realize it when they're like really young. I mean, not maybe
For me, I found I was gay back in 2015. Yeah.
realizing it, but just like seeing something that something is up. So, for example, for me, it was like, watching Nickelodeon shows and being like, oh, he's hot. And I didn't even
Yeah.
realize it. But after some time, I was like, yeah, I think I'm more into guys. So,
Yeah.
the thing is, most of the people realize it when they're like kind of older, sometimes even like 18, 20, 25 and stuff. So they didn't have the time to experiment that much, because straight people, for example, when they're like 10, 11, you have your first maybe dates, first crushes and stuff.
Yeah.
With gay people, it's not like that. I haven't had a crush until I was like maybe 15, and it was a man. So
Yeah.
that's why I think some gay guys have the urge to like hoe around after
Yeah.
they move out and stuff. And I think it's quite natural. It's not anyone's fault.
Yeah.
And even the society, it's not even the fault of the society because, yeah, we're only like 5% of the population or something. So
Wow, really?
it's not a lot. It's hard
Yeah.
to find someone like you when you're like in middle school, basically. And it's not as, you find a gay guy and you're like, oh, yeah, he's he's my type. You
Yeah.
have
He's my
your
top.
preferences.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. And that's why we're really undeveloped, kind of, until some age. And I see
Yeah.
that in other people. I see that in me sometimes. That, you can be 25 and behave like a 10-year-old just because you haven't experienced a lot in life. And you still need to experience it.
Yeah.
So that's not the craziest thought and craziest thing, but I wanted to start it off like that. So let's talk about relationships. In the relationships, it's really competitive. It's really competitive because if you have a woman and a man, they have like different goals. They have different roles to fill in. And I know
Yeah.
that it's not the same for everyone, but I'm talking about the majority of the population. So, for
Yeah.
example, a woman has like cute hair and I
Yeah.
don't know, like she has her lashes done and nails done. But a
Yeah.
man, I don't know, he has to be muscled. He just has to like these are different things, different shoes
Yeah.
to fill in. But for gay guys, it's quite the opposite because you compete in the
Really?
same fields
Yeah.
basically. So it can get really competitive, and I've seen that in myself. I've seen that in other relationships that these guys are just in a relationship just to compete
Yeah.
who's better, and a lot of people they just can't keep up with that, and they end up really lonely, and the competition can get really dark. But that's quite a weird thing, and
Yeah.
you know, and I think it's just harder to compare a woman and a man, you
Yeah.
can say that, for example, a woman is prettier than a man in a relationship,
Yeah.
but still, these are different genders. So this is kind of harder to compare. But if you have two men, you can easily say, okay, he's cuter, and
Yeah.
you can't do anything about it basically. Or maybe if you have a relationship where you have like a typical bottom and a typical top, then you have
Yeah.
like different feels. So like the bottom can be like more feminine, or the top can be really like masculine. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that bottoms have to be feminine, but you get what I mean. Like then you have different kind of expectations. But with most
Yeah.
people and with most gays, they're like, the masculinity levels are kind of similar. So from
Yeah.
what I've noticed. So yeah, this is really hard to operate through. I think the best thing to do in that situation is to just like kind of have different goals. So for example, if your partner is
Yeah.
an accountant and you're also an accountant, it's not a good thing. It's not a good
Him.
thing
Yeah.
because you're gonna compete in every single way, in looks wise way, in like occupation wise way. So I think it's
Yeah.
really important to just have like different interests, to just have like different things that you're good at, because
Yeah.
then the competition is not quite there. It's not so prominent. So I think that's my advice. And I'm really big on that topic. And I really look at
Yeah.
that when I'm looking for a partner. I mean like not that much I'm gonna like, for example, like end a relationship because we're quite similar in some fields. But you get what I say. Like you just need to be different, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be better for you in the long run. So the next thing is that we don't know quite yet why we're
Yeah.
gay. I know that some
Yeah.
scientists say that it's like genetic, hormonal, or
Yeah. Really?
environmental, but
Wow. Really?
they don't know. They don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know,
Yeah.
and I don't know
I
if
don't know.
we're
We
ever
don't
gonna
know. Yeah.
know. Maybe in like 20 or 10 years or something. But
Yeah.
it's so weird that we quite don't know why we're like that,
Yeah.
and it's a scary
Really
thought,
weird. Yeah.
kind of. It's just like, for me, the argument that it's environmental is really fucked up, and I think it's really like not based in reality, because you can be gay in like a small village and you have no traumatic experience and stuff. Because some people say it's like traumatic response, like trauma response. No, I
Yeah.
don't think that way. Like some people are from really good families, they've never experienced trauma, and they're still gay. So I think it's a really weird thing that we still don't know how we became that way, what is it and stuff. There is one
Yeah.
research that you can turn frogs into gays
Wow. Really?
by like taking some chemical and putting it in water. But like,
Yeah.
I take it with a grain of salt, but still, there's a research on that.
Yeah.
So
Really?
maybe
Wow.
it
Cool.
can be that some,
Yeah.
for example, chemicals that your mother ate, like influenced it, and a fetus was influenced by that. Maybe, just
Maybe.
maybe. And if we're talking about the biological side of things, I mean, a man is looking for a woman just to carry a child in the most basic biological way. They are just looking for good genes. So
Yeah.
we are men who are looking for other men, but we're not gonna procreate. Like we're not gonna make a child out of it. So it's a really weird thought, because like you can argue that like, yeah, that is beautiful, blah 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 blah. You don't need someone healthy. No, you can argue.
Yeah.
You're not gonna argue with me, but you can argue. But the thing is, we look at those things. It's really prominent. Yeah, in gay community, it's really prominent. But still, we're not gonna
Yeah.
make a child. So
Yeah.
that's a really weird thing, and I think about it a lot. I think about it actually a lot. So Yeah.
Yes.
So another thing is that gays are really profitable for the society. I mean,
Oh, really?
go into any corporation, like get a corporate job. You'll see that most of the people there, most of the men there, are gay. Maybe not like majority of them, but maybe 40% or something. Why
Yeah.
is that? It's because we're really good workers. We're really good employees because we don't have like
Yeah.
so many responsibilities as people in our age
Yeah.
and when they're straight, you know. So for example, they
Yeah.
have children. Of course, some gay couples have children too, but most of them don't. Like, let's be real, most of them do not have any children. So
Yeah.
you're really profitable for the company if you're gay.
Yeah.
You don't have a partner, you don't have a child, you don't have so many responsibilities, so you're gonna really devote into that job. You're gonna really like sacrifice yourself, and I
So
see
very
that a
beautiful.
lot.
Yeah.
I see that a lot, and it's really sad, but
Oh,
it's
really?
really profitable, and they don't
Yeah.
care about you. They care about the money, and if you're a good
Yeah.
employee, it's fine. So think about it. I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
And right now, those days, I think that it's really easier to find jobs if you're gay. Like, I mean, of
Yeah.
course, not in like Saudi Arabia or something, but in the Western world, like in the US, in Sweden or something, it's really easy to find a job if you're gay. If you show them that you're gay, you're gonna get employed, from my experience.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. They want you to be gay. I'm not saying that they're making you gay, but you get the point. And a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
correlated topic is that gays achieve a lot. And it's because, you know, if you're not accepted when you're like 10,
Yeah.
some of the gays, most of the gays, they're like, okay, I need to achieve more
Okay.
because I
Yeah.
know that I'm not gonna have the easier way, you know? So that's why they work a lot, they work harder than other people and then they achieve their stuff. Like, have you ever seen a homeless man being like, give me a penny? No. You've never seen someone like that because it doesn't happen.
Give
Like
me a penny.
they can provide for themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can be a controversial point, but I think that most gay people they realize it really early in life that okay, I'm not gonna have it the easier way. I need to work my way up. So it's kind of a good thing. I like it about being gay because it was the same with me when I was like, 12. I've never had it the easier way. I've had it the
Yeah.
harder way. That's why I had to, get good grades, get a good job, get good things in life, just to be like, okay, I'm successful. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's a weird thing, but in the same time, it's a really good thing. And
Yeah.
also, you're a good corporate worker. So, it's kind of the
Yeah.
same. Another thing is like appreciation for female beauty.
Yeah.
And, some people think that, oh, I don't know, like for gays, women are just like disgusting or something. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that. We really see if a woman is beautiful, if a woman is pretty and stuff. Like we can
Yeah.
look at her, but I always say that I see a woman like a beautiful woman as a painting, like a beautiful painting. So wow,
Yeah.
she's cool, she's great, she's really beautiful, but not in a sexual way. It's just that. And I think
Yeah.
we can even like appreciate it more sometimes than straight people. We just see the beauty, but in an art way. I don't know if you've experienced that, but I've experienced that a lot in my life. That I see a woman, I'm like, damn, I'm
Yeah.
gay.
I'm
But
gay.
yeah, that's the thing. Another thing is like
Groupies.
community, a group thinking.
Yeah.
It's really scary for me. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like every single group in the society, like we've created this like LGBT group to just
Yeah.
survive. So, you know, we fought for a lot of good things back in the days. And for example, like we have in most countries, like in most Western countries, we have gay marriages. We fought for
Yeah.
this, we have it, and it's great. But now, the scary thought for me is that we have
Yeah.
to have the same opinions. Like,
Yeah.
we even have to look the same sometimes. And it's really scary because I hate group thinking. I hate group thinking. I like
Really?
individuals in
Wow.
general.
Yeah.
So if someone, like, I'm expressing my opinions and it's slightly different than the agenda,
Yeah.
the gays are like, oh, he's problematic. Like, no, I'm not problematic. I just have my opinions, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, in the normal society, it should be like that. That people have their opinions. Some people accept this.
Yeah.
Some
People
people
have the
don't. Some people
opinions. Yeah.
agree. Some people don't. We move on.
Yeah.
That's
We
it.
move on. Yeah.
But in the gay community, you can be easily cancelled, expelled from the community. I've experienced that a lot,
Wow.
a
Really?
lot, and like even in real life. Sometimes you say something that's not right, and they're like, "What did you say?" Huh?
What
So
do you say?
that's a really weird thing, and I know that in other communities you can notice it as well because a community, like, that's the whole aim of a community, to just like have some things that are like similar. So
Yeah.
they just easily assume that you have
Yeah.
some political views, some like live views and stuff on some
Yeah.
topics. But if you don't, if you have different views, they perceive you as an alien. So
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. So I think that's all for now. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And yeah,
Really cool. Yeah.
thank you. And
Wow. Wow. That was wow. Yeah. That was being gay is we, but then we low. The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out and drop a like if you like, and comment down below if you want to see more reactions like this one, and subscribe if you're new, and click the bell to be notified for me below. Bye.